Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today, in this episode of JEE Main, we're going to be looking at previous year questions asked in mathematics and engineering exams in India. Today, we're dealing with a very important unit. The name of this unit is Trigonometry. So, Trigonometry deals with all aspects of trigonometry that we've studied in both grade 11 and also grade 12. In grade 11 we study about basic trigonometry and trigonometric relations and functions. In grade 12 we'll be studying about inverse trigonometric functions and properties related to them. So let's look at our first question for this episode. The number of solutions for the expression tan x plus sec x equals 2 cos x in the interval closed 0 to open 2 pi is. So is it 2, is it 3, is it 0, or is it 1? So let's look at this question and how do we solve this. So first of all, let's find out the expression. The expression is tan x plus sec x gives you 2 cos x. Now, tan x can be written as sine x divided by cos x. And sec x is essentially the same as 1 by cos x. And the right hand side still remains the same, 2 cos x. Now, cos x is, common here. So what we can do is we can take it to the right hand side. So sine x plus 1 on the left hand side gives you 2 cos square x. 2 cos square x can be written as 2 times 1 minus sine square x. This is by using the formula sine square x plus cos square x equals 1. So now we can write sine x plus 1 as equal to 2 minus 2 sine square x. So let's take 2 sine square x to the left hand side. So it's 2 sine square x plus sine x gives 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So therefore 2 sine square x plus sine x minus 1 gives you 0. So we need to divide sine x in order to split the middle term. So we can write sine x as 2 sine x minus sine x. So the expression now goes 2 sine square x plus 2 sine x minus sine x minus 1 equals 0. So when you take 2 sine x common, you get 1 plus sine x, and whatever is left over is 2 sine x minus 1. So the product of these two trigonometric expressions is 0. So therefore you can write sine x as equal to minus 1 because 1 plus sine x is 0. So when sine x is equal to minus 1, it will be sine of 270 degrees. So minus 1 is equal to 270 degrees. When 2 sine x minus 1 equals 0, 2 sine x equals 1. So therefore sine x equals 1 by 2. So that means it is equal to sine of 30, and it's also equal to sine of pi minus 30. So that is 180 minus 30, which is equal to sine of 150. So as you can see, the three solutions for this equation are 30 degrees, 150 degrees, and 270 degrees. So we have 3 solutions for this trigonometric function. So if you were to look at our options, you can see that option B, 3, is the correct option for this question. The number of solutions of tan x plus sec x equals 2 cos x in the interval closed 0, open 2 pi. So option B is the correct option for this question asked in 2002. Let's look at the next question. Cot inverse of cos alpha raised to half plus tan inverse of cos alpha raised to half equals x. Then you need to find the value of sine x. Is it 1? Is it cot square alpha by 2? Is it tan alpha? Is it cot alpha by 2? Now, this question might look complicated, but it's actually quite simple. And how is it simple? In this expression, we can apply the formula tan inverse of theta, which in this case is cos alpha raised to 1 by 2, plus cot inverse of the same theta, which is cos alpha raised to half, equals 90 degrees or pi by 2. So sine inverse x plus cos inverse x gives you pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x gives you pi by 2. Sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x also gives you pi by 2. So now using this equation, the right hand side, that is x, is equal to pi by 2. So therefore, the value of sine x will be equal to the value of sine pi by 2, that is sine 90, which is equal to 1. So option A, 1 is the correct answer for this question asked in 2002. All we had to do was remember the equation from inverse trigonometric functions, that tan inverse theta plus cot inverse theta is equal to pi by 2. Next question. If in a triangle ABC, a cos square c by 2 plus c cos square a by 2 gives you 3b by 2, then the sides a, b, and c are one of the following options. Either they're in GP, they're in HP, they're satisfying a plus b equals c, they are in arithmetic progressions. So which of these options is correct? Well, to find out, let's first write the equation down. A cos square c by 2 plus c cos square a by 2 equals 3b divided by 2. So now let's take the 2 in the denominator of the right hand side towards the left hand side. So we're basically multiplying the left hand side by 2. So you get 2a cos square c by 2 plus 2c cos square a by 2 equals 3b. Now what do? We use the trigonometric expression 1 plus cos 2 theta as 2 cos square theta by 2. So since we have the left hand side as 2 cos square the angle divided by 2, we can convert that as 1 plus cos times the angle. So it is a times 1 plus cos c plus c times 1 plus cos a equals 3b. Next, we just multiply them. So you get a plus a cos c plus c plus c cos a. And that is equal to 3b. Now what we can do is we can rearrange this expression. So you get a plus c plus a cos c plus c cos a. And that is equal to 3b. Now how do we solve this further? Now there is something called the projection formula. So this essentially gives you the side of a triangle based on the sides of based on the other two sides of the triangle and the angles associated with it. So in a triangle ABC with sides A, B, and C respectively, side A will be equal to B times cos C plus C times cos B. Side B will be equal to A times cos C plus C times cos A. And C will be equal to A times cos B plus B times cos A. So these are the three projection formulae for any triangle. So over here, the projection formula for B is present in the left-hand side. So we can replace this expression by b. So a plus c plus b gives you 3b. That means a plus c gives you 3b minus b, which is equal to 2b. So now we know that a plus c equals 2b. But when is this, relation occur? This relation occurs when the three numbers are in an arithmetic progression. So for an arithmetic progression between three numbers, we can write a plus c as equal to 2b. Then we know that the progression, the series that we have, is an arithmetic progression. So arithmetic progression is the correct answer. So therefore option D, R in AP, is the correct option for this question, which is asked in 2003. So the next question, which is the final question of this episode. Let alpha and beta be two angles such that pi is less than alpha minus beta less than 3 pi. If sine alpha plus sine beta is minus 21 by 65 and cos alpha plus cos beta is minus 27 by 65, then find the value of cos alpha minus beta by 2. So how do we solve this question? Well, this question is easy to solve as long as you know what you're doing, which is true for any question, by the way. So what we do first, we take sine alpha plus sine beta as equal to minus 21 divided by 65. Now what we do is we square the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So when we square both sides, you get sine alpha plus sine beta the whole square as equal to minus 21 the whole square divided by 65 the whole square. So therefore you get sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus 2 sine alpha sine beta, and the right hand side will be 21 squared divided by 65 squared. This is equation 1. Now the other relation that was given was cos alpha plus cos beta was equal to minus 27 divided by 65. So again, we square both sides. So we get cos alpha plus cos beta the whole squared equals minus 27 the whole squared divided by 65 the whole squared. So equation 2 will be cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus 2 cos alpha cos beta equals 27 squared divided by 65 squared. So now that we obtained both equations 1 and 2, we add them. So add equation 1 and 2. So the left hand side will be sine square alpha plus cos square alpha plus sine square beta plus cos square beta plus 2 times, since 2 is common for both the terms, we take cos alpha cos beta plus sine alpha sine beta. There's a specific reason why we took this order, more on that later. And the right hand side will be 21 squared plus 27 squared divided by 65 squared. We did that because the denominators are the same, so we just add the numerators. So over here, sine square alpha plus cos square alpha is 1. Sine square beta plus cos square beta equals 1. 1 plus 1 gives you 2. And since 2 is common to both the terms, we take 2 outside. So you get 1 plus cos alpha cos beta plus sine alpha sine beta. And on the right hand side, 21 squared is 441 plus 27 squared is 729 divided by 65 times 65. We won't necessarily calculate 65 squared because we have another trick up our sleeve. So now we know cos alpha cos beta plus sine alpha sine beta is the right hand side for the trigonometric expression cos alpha minus beta. So now that we know that this expression is equal to 1 plus cos alpha minus beta, let's write it down. So 2 times 1 plus cos alpha minus beta equals 441 plus 729 gives you 1170 divided by 65 times 65. Now 1 plus cos theta will be equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. So 2 cos squared alpha minus beta divided by 2. That is equal to 1170 divided by 65 into 65. So 2 times 2 gives you 4. Let's take the 4 to the right hand side. So the left hand side will only be cos square alpha minus beta divided by 2. The right hand side, 1170 divided by 2 into 65 times 2 into 65. So why do we do that? Because 2 times 65 is equal to 130. And if you take 130 times 10, that is 1300 minus 130. So you get 0, you get 10 minus 3 is 7, 2 minus 1 is 1, and then another 1. So you have 1170 as 130 times 9. So 130 times 9 divided by 130 times 130. So one of the 130s get cancelled, so 9 by 130 is equal to cos square alpha minus beta divided by 2. So taking the square root, we get cos of alpha minus beta divided by 2 as equal to plus or minus 3 divided by under root of 130. Now, we usually try to factorize that out, but now we don't need it because the options do contain 3 by under root of 130. But is it plus or minus? Now, that is where this comes to help. So it says, so the relation of the angle says that pi is less than alpha minus beta, which is less than 3 pi. So from pi to 3 pi, what essentially happens is that alpha minus beta is negative. Now, to put more perspective into this, let's divide everything by 2. So pi by 2 is less than alpha minus beta, less than 3 pi, alpha minus beta by 2, less than 3 pi by 2. So cos in the second quadrant is negative. Cos in the third quadrant is also negative. So therefore, the value of cos alpha minus beta divided by 2 is minus of 3 divided by under root of 130. And the reason why is because of the earlier relation for the angles. We just have to divide by 2, and we notice that alpha minus beta by 2, the angle, it lies either in the second quadrant or in the third quadrant. And at these quadrants, we can easily find out that the cos function is always negative. So cos of alpha minus beta by 2 equals minus 3 divided by under root of 130. So among the 4 options, option C is the correct option. Again, B is left out because B happens only if theta is in between the first and the fourth quadrants, which is not so, because over here it is clearly given that pi is less than alpha minus beta is less than 3 pi. Dividing that by 2, you will get the relation that the angle of the cos function is in the second and third quadrants. So option 3 is the correct option for this question, which was asked in 2004. So that concludes this episode of JEE Main. We hope you found this episode interesting. For getting more of our useful and interesting content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, which is Brain Blitz Audios. You can also get notifications about our latest content by hitting the bell icon below the video. If you have any, suggestions on how to improve the video, then you can always, drop down a comment in the description box drop down a comment in the comment section down below. And if you want to access more of our videos on JEE Main specifically, you can hit the playlist which is present in the description box down below. So until the next webisode, take care, stay safe, bye-bye for now.